Have you ever wondered why some relationships seem so effortless, while others feel like a constant uphill battle? There's a little thing called compatibility that plays a major role. It's the mysterious glue that holds two people together, making their journey smooth and enjoyable. But how do you know if your relationship lacks this essential ingredient? That's what we're here to explore today. If you're curious about how to spot an incompatible relationship, then stick with us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. So, what are the telltale signs of an incompatible relationship? Well, we've compiled a list of 10 common indicators that might suggest you and your partner aren't quite meshing as well as you thought. Now, remember, these signs are not definitive. In fact, every relationship is unique and experiences its own set of challenges. However, these 10 signs are often good indicators of underlying issues that may be causing friction. Firstly, we have constant conflict. Then there's a lack of communication. Different life goals, lack of support, and no shared interests are also on the list. Further down, we find no respect, lack of trust, and inability to compromise. And finally, feeling drained and constant criticism round out our top 10. So, there you have it. A quick run-through of our compatibility checklist. Now let's delve deeper and explore each sign in detail. Sign number 1 is constant conflict. Now, it's important to remember that disagreements are a part of every relationship. They're how we grow, learn about each other, and work through differences. But when these disagreements turn into constant, unresolved conflicts, it's a different story. It's like you're always walking on eggshells, dreading the next argument. This isn't about the occasional squabble over who forgot to take out the trash or what movie to watch on a Friday night. We're talking about frequent, deep-seated conflicts that leave you feeling drained, unheard, or unappreciated. The kind that makes you question if you're on the same team. These persistent battles could be a sign of underlying incompatibility. It might indicate a fundamental difference in values, communication styles, or conflict resolution strategies. If your relationship feels like an endless battlefield, it might be time to reassess. The second sign is a lack of communication. Imagine a relationship like a garden. Just as a garden needs sunlight and water to thrive, a relationship needs open and honest communication to grow and bloom. But what happens when communication starts to wilt? The garden of your relationship may begin to wither. If you find yourself struggling to share your thoughts, feelings, or even mundane details about your day, it might be a sign of incompatibility. Communication is more than just exchanging words. It's about understanding, empathy, and connection. It's about navigating through life's ups and downs together. Without it, misunderstandings may crop up, creating a chasm that could be hard to bridge. So, if silence has become a frequent visitor between you two, it's time to reassess. Remember, silence is not always golden, especially in a relationship. Scene script. Signs 3 to 5 are different life goals, lack of support, and no shared interests. Let's start with different life goals. We all have ambitions, dreams, and plans for the future. Some of us want to travel the world, others aim to climb the corporate ladder, and some dream of starting a family. But when you and your partner's life goals are poles apart, it can create a chasm that's hard to bridge. You see, compatibility isn't just about liking the same movies or enjoying the same food. It's about sharing a vision for the future and walking towards it hand in hand. If your life plans are taking you in totally different directions, it could be a sign of incompatibility. Next, we have lack of support. Every relationship has its highs and lows, but it's during those low points that support becomes crucial. If your partner is dismissive of your feelings, indifferent to your problems, or unsupportive of your goals, it can feel like you're fighting your battles alone. A strong relationship is built on mutual support, where both partners lift each other up, cheer each other on, and provide a shoulder to lean on. Lastly, we have no shared interests. This one might seem trivial compared to the others, but it's more important than you might think. Shared interests are the glue that binds couples together. They provide opportunities for bonding, mutual enjoyment, and creating memories. Whether it's hiking, cooking, or binge-watching the latest series, shared hobbies and interests keep the spark alive. If you find that you and your partner have no common interests or activities that you enjoy doing together, It can lead to boredom and disconnection. If these signs are evident in your relationship, it might be a sign that you and your partner are not on the same page. It's crucial to remember that no relationship is perfect, and working through differences is part of the journey. But if these signs persist, it might be worth having an open and honest conversation with your partner about your future together. Scene script. Signs 6 to 8 are lack of respect, lack of trust, and inability to compromise. Starting off with the 6th sign, lack of respect. In every successful relationship, respect is a cornerstone. It's about recognizing each other's individuality, appreciating differences, and valuing the other person's perspective. But in an incompatible relationship, you might find that respect is missing. This could manifest in many ways: constant belittling, ignoring boundaries, or even disregarding your thoughts and feelings. Now, onto the 7th sign, lack of trust. Trust is like the foundation of a house. It holds everything together. Without trust, a relationship can crumble under the pressure of suspicion and insecurity. If you find yourself constantly questioning your partner's words or actions, or if you feel that they're always doubting you, it might be a sign of incompatibility. Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild, and a relationship without it is like a ship without a compass, lost at sea. Finally, we arrive at the 8th sign, inability to compromise. In a relationship, compromise isn't just about giving in or losing. It's about finding a middle ground that both parties can be happy with. It's about negotiation and mutual respect. But when one person is always bending and the other stays rigid, it's not compromise, it's coercion. An inability to compromise can lead to resentment, frustration, and ultimately, a breakdown of the relationship. Each of these signs on their own is a serious issue, but together, they form a trifecta of relationship doom. They are the pillars that hold up a healthy, fulfilling relationship, and when they're missing, what you're left with is a shaky foundation that could collapse at any moment. These are serious red flags in any relationship and should not be overlooked. The final 2 signs are feeling drained and constant criticism. Let's unpack these. Feeling drained doesn't necessarily mean you're physically tired. It's an emotional exhaustion that stems from the relationship. It's like the relationship is a leaky bucket, and no matter how much you pour yourself into it, you're left feeling empty. If you're constantly walking on eggshells, trying not to upset your partner, or if you're always the one making sacrifices, it's a clear sign you're in a draining relationship. On to the next sign, constant criticism. Constructive feedback is one thing, but if your partner is constantly criticizing you, it's a different ballgame altogether. It can be about your looks, your work, your friends, or just about anything. This can significantly impact your self-esteem and create a toxic environment. If you're constantly feeling emotionally exhausted or criticized, it's time for some serious introspection. So, those were the 10 signs of an incompatible relationship. Let's take a quick journey back through them. Constant conflict. It's a signal that you're not on the same page. Lack of communication, a crucial red flag, signaling a disconnect. Different life goals, lack of support, and no shared interests. These are more than just minor hiccups. They're signs that you're moving in different directions. No respect, lack of trust, and inability to compromise. These are fundamental issues that strike at the heart of any relationship. Lastly, feeling drained and constant criticism. These are clear indications that the relationship is more of a burden than a blessing. Remember, these signs are not just about identifying problems, they're about understanding what makes a relationship work. They're about realizing that compatibility is not just about having things in common, but about being able to deal with differences in a healthy and respectful manner. And most importantly, recognizing these signs early can help prevent heartache and pave the way for healthier, happier relationships. It's about knowing when to hold on and when to let go. It's about understanding that sometimes the best way to love someone is from a distance. Remember, recognizing incompatibility is the first step towards finding compatibility. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.